Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dr. Deep State. So, if anybody's seen my old stuff, this should look a little familiar. Our video today is entitled, What is Dr. Deep State? And this is, in fact, an anniversary video. I've never done an anniversary video, but my first video ever was entitled, What is Dr. Deep State? And I don't think I've gone back and really ever watched it, but as I recall, I was saying, like, who calls the shots? And I'm going to structure a course and so forth. So I had an impulse today, and it's probably with the times we're coming in and the times my personal life is in. And I want to step back out and start making videos again. I want to get in touch with my audience, and I want to start building some connections. So, on a personal note, why did I even start this thing? I think it was just about this time. I shot it and took like a week to produce. I think my 3-year contract kind of got cut a year early. I think I've never mentioned this. I don't usually talk about my professional life. I think there were people there that didn't like me talking about Dr. Deep State kind of stuff. So I was blessed that I was able to at least make an income. I was working usually 10 to 12 to 13 hours a day, hard outdoor labor. And sometime through all that, I was able to start this site, and even the inspiration to seeing through the singularity. And it was 14 months and 2 weeks. That was pretty amazing. Hard work, low money, low status, but it really, in those times when we're almost broken, we can rise. And if that wouldn't have happened to me, I would have never made Dr. Deep State. And there's been some highs and lows for me over the years. If I were going to reflect, the last 2 years, I've really had to go into my shell to produce In Pursuit of the Metaverse. It's going through its final stage of editing, and I'm about to find the cover person. And it should be released within a month or 6 weeks. I need to contact the right people in order to get the right blurb and review for it. But it will go forward nevertheless. So what do I intend to do in the future? Well, I really just want to do more Dr. Deep State stuff. This book is the summit of not only Dr. Deep State, but my personal life. And I suddenly feel like I need to kind of put more of myself out there. And of course, it's timely because I got to promote the book. But I guess some of the topics I've talked about, sometimes it makes you feel like for what you get out of it, so much gets crumbled in. In fact, in my university experience, that was the third time that happened to me. So I just kind of pulled back that part of my life professionally, and I just kind of just teach. I just teach. I can't help but these things come out. But I realized that, I may or may not have effect on students, but I feel like I was called to have some influence on the world. Not to say I want to be an influencer, but to have some kind of influence. And so some spark came back to me that it's time. It's time to get out of my shell, connect with people, start looking at the comments. And I'm going to say this right up front. I'm going to put my email there for people that want to contact me, be an alliance, help support me, are looking for support. I've made friends of all persuasions, religiously as well, and I'm open to any kind of alliance. I think the tides have just turned in terms of information out there in I'll call it the spectacle, and things are being revealed. There's probably a lot of controlled revealed, but nevertheless, I feel with my book, the I'm coming with a sword. I'm going to divide, and it's just what the book is. And I just feel right now that it's it's time to put my voice out there. So I'm going to start doing videos on a more regular basis, catching up with people at least a small bit each week. I'll still be doing things with Will. And again, if anybody wants to contact me and wants to be a guest or wants to interact with me on any other venues, I want to be open to that. And what else do I have here? That's about it. That's about it. All I can say is that I'm back and I'm looking forward to doing videos and speaking my truth. And I believe, again, the times that are coming, the world is so divided. Everybody has their own truth, and this is my truth. But I think one of the division points I am going to address is that, this gets kind of theological, but the concept of the restrainer and what we're called to do in response to that. And I feel motivated that there is a response, which is to preserve our tradition, which is also part of preserving the gates of hell flying open. And other than that, um, it's like the crazier things get, the more exciting it is to be alive. So I'm really happy to be alive. I know I still have some people that have been around and been following me all the way along. And that's great. I just love that. And I always, when I do go back and sometimes I check out some of the comments and I see some of those old names and I love it. And I've noticed that the site has grown a couple hundred people since and I haven't even done a video. So anybody that's new here, um, I'll leave my address down there. And if you want to contact me and um, exchange information, I'm at a point in my life where I'm open to that. My schedule right now is a schedule that over the next 4 weeks, is a schedule that's brutal, but I can find time. I've done it before, and sometimes the heavier things get, the more something pulls in me to say, hey, it's your time, and you have to go out into the world. So, what is Dr. Deep State? The question. Well, Dr. Deep State, these ideas I was working on for several years, academic ideas about the deep state and the scholarly literature. And then it kind of just, right when I was kind of doing this, it was getting bounced out early before the election year. And it became kind of popularized, but it's going deep with the commanding heights of the economy. I think I said calling the shots in the world. Powers that have been around for a long time, colonizers that have taken techniques from the ancient world, and they're big on behavioral control and social control. But when I always thought it had this kind of double meaning. So it's their deep state. Like, what is their psychic makeup? What is their eschatology? Where are they going? Why are they doing all this social engineering? And what is the deep state they want us to get into? Where do they want to take us? And as the reveal is happening more and more and more, we see the dialectic and we see the direction. And I'm a big believer in free will, and we have decisions to make, and and we're going to keep going. I'm going to go back to my oldest material. I love everything I've done. The only really big revelation is in my own personal walk. I have seen the mystical body of Christ as a visible church that Christ left to us. And that's precisely what's under attack. That's the heart of it. It's the heart of Christ and the Blessed Mother in the Eucharist. And I think that's the final chord, which is included with the hierarchy of the church. And it's very tricky. The passion of the church is very tricky because even though we can see the typologies, we just don't know. So we work with what we do know and what has been revealed, and we go forward. For me, my personal walk, the biggest revelation, thinking through the deep state and deep consciousness, has been working on my own inner life, and particularly patience and pride and these things. And I have a lot of work to do, but that's what I feel right now called to do, is to expose myself as much as I'm exposing the world around me. And I just look forward to making videos. So I hope you like the content, and I hope you enjoy the ride, because we're going to keep it going. So everybody out there, anybody that's been around, thank you so much.